It's game time. Welcome everybody. Phil Nagy on Sports, joining you here today. Excited to bring this one to you. It is our AFC Game of the Week as voted on by you, the fans of the channel, via our Discord channel. And we got an exciting one here today. Baltimore Ravens hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. 6-3 Chiefs, 5-4 Ravens. Again, both teams chasing, of course, the Browns at top of the AFC. And of top of the AFC North, of course, in the Ravens case. So, excited to bring this one to you. Thanks for voting on this one via the Discord channel. We do appreciate that one. So again, we do have Chiefs at Ravens here. It is week 11 of our 2021 sim. And an opportunity to see where these two teams are. Sorry, it took me just a couple of minutes longer than I said I would do it on the Discord, because the Chiefs changed a bunch of numbers around, and I hadn't had a chance to update them yet. So, let's go ahead and get this one popping. Again, Phil Nagy joining you here today. Kit Nagy is... Oops. Change the speed. Phil is at work. He may be able to pop in on the chat a little bit later, but I know he does have a busy day because it's his daughter's birthday today. So happy birthday to Kit's daughter. Everyone, if you get an opportunity, drop a comment for his kiddo. I'm not going to pretend to guess. I'm going to say 7 or 8 today. That's my guess. That's my guess. We'll see how it does. All right. So here we go. Lamar Jackson battled on the field again. He had a very, very good match. Hey, Rich, welcome. Wondered if you were going to be able to get on for this one. Power pistol look, and Jackson's going to keep a juke move left side. Now a spin move. Watch out, another juke move. What a run to start the game for Lamar. Holy moly. Yep, it won by one vote, Rich, so you got it done. Let's look at Mahomes on the sideline. What an electric run for Lamar right off the bat. Again, so special when he does that. If he can avoid fumbling and getting hit hard at the end of it. He took up kind of a shot from Charvarius Ward at the end of that one. Like to see him slide at the end of that, but man, that was a cool run to start things off. They're up to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10. This time it's JK, and he's going to try the right side. He's going to get blown down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Again, we watched him last week, 32 for 172. He had a great day as they rushed for almost 300 yards between he and Lamar Jackson in that victory that they had last week in the AFC Game of the Week. So back-to-back Ravens sims in the AFC. Play action for Jackson. He's got lots of time. Floats it right side into some traffic. Tipped and almost picked. Sammy Watkins went up for it and kind of got swatted up into the air, and unfortunately is not going to be complete, and a 3rd and long is the result. Jackson fires it high over the middle to Mark Andrews, and again, 3 red jerseys, or white jerseys rather, in the picture, and they're going to knock it away. Hey, George, welcome on, brother. Tyreek Hill, punt returner. He's up to the 18. So, 1 first down and a nice Lamar Jackson scramble, and then a 3 and out. So I guess you call it like a 4 and out in that particular case. There's Mahomes. He's been pretty good. You can see 2,400 yards, 19 touchdowns, just 6 interceptions. Hey, James, welcome on. Sorry your Panthers game got beat out. Democracy rules here at Nagy on Sports. All right, first drive of the game for the Chiefs offense. Mahomes in the shotgun, going to give it up the middle. He's got his man angling and moving. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, nice 9-yard gain up the middle. There you can see Helaire over 530 yards rushing on the season. Just 3 touchdowns, though, on the ground. I'm sure there's a lot of fantasy owners that would like to see those numbers be a little bit higher this coming season, especially with Le'Veon Bell out of the picture. He will share the backfield with Damian Williams and with Jerick McKinnon, who comes over in free agency as well. Looked like both of the wingbacks moved early, and Kelsey was one of them. And it looks like Kelsey will be the victim. 5 yards back, 2nd and 6 is the result. Again, Phil Nagy joining you today. Kit is at work. He may be able to pop on the chat a little bit later, but wanted to continue to get this Week 11 going. It's also his daughter's birthday today, so we certainly understand his need to be at home and be dialed in there as well. So here's a handoff again up the middle. Edwards-Helaire, and he's going to get swallowed up. Guess who? Calais Campbell. That's all he does is make impactful run defensive plays. It feels like every time we call a Ravens game, Calais Campbell's due for about 4 of those a game. And he's got number 1 right now. Now Mahomes dump it off to the left side to Kelsey. He will gain 1 yard before being brought down by Marcus Peters, who shadows that side. 3rd and 11 here, and somebody moved again. Looked like it was the right guard this time. Duvernay Tardif. And it is 76. He was an opt-out last year. He is back and helping to strengthen some of that line, which, again, they spent a lot of time and money on the offseason after watching Mahomes, who fires it deep left side. Oh, Hill tried to get it with one hand. That would have been special. Just incomplete. Credit Marcus Peters for staying with him. Step down that left sideline and just out of his reach. He tried to go up and snag it with that left hand. And incomplete in a punt here. So both offenses punt after their first drives. Here comes Lamar back out onto the field. Again, one very, very special run to start the game and a couple of incompletions into some heavy traffic. They're in a pistol here again on first down from the 41. So kind of a rough punt from Tommy Townsend on the previous play. Spin move, watch out, up the middle, completely unblocked. Willie Gay, and he's just going to shove Lamar to the ground. It looks like Lamar saw him way too late, tried to spin, but by the time that he tried that move, look at this, Willie Gay was just right in there and just sort of shoulder shimmies him right in the back. And Lamar is just going to be lucky to hold on to the football. You can see the ground clearly causing the fumble there. But a sack back to the 32, 2nd and 18 now. Lamar in a shotgun 5 wide. No help back there with him. He throws a little out route to Mark Andrews, and he's got it up to the 40 for an 8-yard gain. Mark Andrews. Yeah, James, that was an A-gap middle linebacker blitz, and nobody picked him up on that one for sure. Left side, he's going to go deep. He's got Brown, and it's tipped. And Marquise Brown, he's got some wheels as well. They tried to go deep. They had one-on-one coverage. L'Jarius Sneed over there in coverage, and it's incomplete in another punt here. Sam Cook, and that one's going to bounce and head into the end zone. Again, appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy, Nagy on Sports is the channel. Kit, my cousin, the other half, is unfortunately stuck at work today. He may be able to pop on the chat, but he will not be able to color commentate for us today on the mics. We will get back together tomorrow for a Week 12 Browns game, and I think we're going to try to do an instant reaction video to the Nick Chubb contract extension, give you our Nagy on Sports perspective, but spoiler alert, we love it.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
Hey, Jesse, good to have you on, man. Thanks. We're going strong. We're going to finish the 2021 sim season for sure, and depending on how close that is to the real season, we'll keep kind of the same rhythm that we had last year, where we do like a pre-week keys to the game video, and then we'll sim the Browns opponent, and then we'll do like a post-game, post-mortem afterwards, like we did last summer. Yeah, oh gosh, super pumped for the rail season. Yeah, it was such a great, I mean, it's just classic Andrew Berry, right? It rewards the player now for his achievements. It doesn't hamstring us financially speaking. In 2 years, when the cap, is up $30 more million or whatever, it's going to look like absolute chump change to be able to lock in somebody at that number. What, 12-ish a year, something like that? 13 a year is the cap hit? Like, come on. And he'll still be of prime age where he can go sign yet another pretty sizable contract for a running back. So all the way around. Again, I don't want to give away our video. We'll do a video about it later. We'll get Kit's perspective for sure. But I thought it was a great, great deal. Your father's in New Mexico, huh, James? Here comes Lamar with a keeper. This time he tries to get around Frank Clark, and Frank Clark will not get beat by that juke move a second time here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
Second and 8. Here's Dobbins trying to find a hole. There just really isn't one there. You can see 54, Nick Bolton, the rookie out of Missouri, popping right up off the top of that pile. He's been a nice player. We've seen the Chiefs now a couple of times here in our 2021 season, and the rookie Nick Bolton has kind of been making plays all over the place. Again, he was their first pick after they, of course, traded one to these Ravens that turned into Rashad Bateman because they wanted their left tackle, Orlando Brown Jr., who was one of the name changes. Again, that was the reason that it was a little bit later than I announced that I would start on the Discord channel, because a bunch of Chiefs changed their numbers, and I was not prepared for it, so I had to do a little bit of triage to make sure that that was correct. All right, so defensive struggle here to start the game. No points. Let's see what Mahomes can do now on his third drive after Jackson has to punt at the end of his third drive. Now he's over the middle, and he's got his tight end. That's the second tight end.
complete to number 83. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 30.
Up the middle, here's Edwards-Helaire. Huge hole now, spinning through the hole, and he's up near the first down, or excuse me, near the 50 after a nice first down. Great play there. That was Noah Gray, by the way, the rookie out of Duke, who is the tight end that you saw. Make that play 6'4", 240, Noah Duke, the rookie tight end. Moving the chains again. Nice run here. Good blocking. The point attack, absolutely huge hole. There's 62, Joe Thuney, who they brought over, a big high-priced, highest-paid guard in the league now from the New England Patriots. And there you can see 57, Orlando Brown Jr. He changed from the 70s down to 57. Maybe that's what he wore in college. 57 feels odd to me, but to each their own. Across the middle now. Stick it right in the chest of Kelsey. That's a pretty good place to put it. Just a 6-yard gain, but it keeps you ahead of schedule and or on schedule. And that's what they need to do here. Blitz coming late. Mahomes feels it right side, and it's picked. He baited him into it. It's Marlon Humphrey at the 50, 45, 40. Breaks the tackle, but he gets pushed out of bounds. And Mike Remmers, the right tackle, saves a touchdown. And look at this. Just kind of a lazy attempt to, and McCole Hardman there, 17, just doesn't come back for the football. In fact, he's falling away from the ball. And Marlon Humphrey hand bites him for it and steals it away and sets up the Ravens with great field position. Hi, Karen. Go Browns. Yeah, it really was. That right tackle just pushed him out enough. So let's see if the Ravens can capitalize. Oh, spin move from J.K. before Bolton rips him to the ground. 2-yard gain, but it was a pretty looking 2 yards.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Across the middle, he's got a little slant, broken tackle. That's Bateman, the rookie, and he is going to finally get dragged down by Bolton at the 18-yard line. First down, Rashad Bateman.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Be interested to see how much of an offense he's part of. Rich, are you still on the chat right now? Have there been any talks about how much that he's getting like first-team reps, or is it he's got to earn them stuff still? Behind Sammy and Hollywood.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 15.
Left side, Jackson, juke move, touchdown. I think he was untouched, in fact. A little bit of a shoulder shimmy, little wiggle right there in the hole, and then exploded into the end zone. And the interception for Mahomes comes back to bite him. And the home team takes a 6-0 lead. Watch this run on the option keeper. Whoop, 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 whoop. And then right up the middle. Accelerate. Untouched through the hole. Lamar Jackson, he is quite special with the ball in his hands. That's why I tell people he's a top 5 player in the league, but a top 20 quarterback, which I realize feels counterintuitive, but I don't believe that it's counterintuitive. 7-0. So there you go. Mahomes getting a pat on the back from his offensive line there. We got you. But his interception is 7th of the season. Turns into a 7 points for the Baltimore Ravens on a nice scamper from Lamar Jackson.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, James, I don't think I agree with either of those. predictions for busts. I just feel like there are so many news and sports media outlets and idiots on Twitter like me and George and people who talk about sports that, like, the only way to get noticed is if you try to put out something outlandish. And as look at Tyreek Hill playing defense on that one, as Mahomes almost went back-to-back interceptions. But, I mean, I guess if you think Robbie Anderson's going to be a bust, maybe it probably says more about what you don't think about Sam Darnold, I think. It probably has more to do with Sam Darnold struggling than Robbie Anderson. So I think Sam Darnold has as strong, if not a stronger arm than Teddy Bridgewater does in terms of pushing the ball down the field. They've got the same play calling structure. Still have Joe Brady there, so like I wouldn't see why Robbie Anderson would have a Oh, I see. People are saying because he's reunited with Darnold that he'll struggle. The Jets made everybody struggle, let's be honest. They were a plague. A cancer on their team in their locker room. That's a weak take to get clicks. But we're talking about it, so good for them, I guess. All right, 2nd and 7 here. 2:34 to play first quarter against 7-0 Ravens after that last touchdown run from Lamar Jackson. Edwards-Helaire probes the middle now, 3rd and 5. Again, in Baltimore, in the 2021 Week 11 sim. This is the Sunday night game. That's why it's dark outside with those lights off the helmets. They go left side to Robinson, and he tries to make a man miss, but he cannot. Nice sure tackle there from Marcus Peters. And they have a little bit of words after the play. And a 4th and 3 here from about midfield. I think Stefanski would go for this, especially on the road and down 7. But Andy Reid not quite as gutsy as Kevin Stefanski, I guess. Townsend taken right there. Broken tackle, actually. First one. That's Tylan Wallace, of course, the rookie out of Oklahoma State. But yes, I had forgotten that Robbie Anderson did overlap with Darnold in New York for a while. But yeah, that feels extra weak to me. Left side, Dobbins, and he's going to be swallowed up immediately there. Taco Charlton, a little Michigan on Ohio State crime for the TFL. Taco, of course, missed most of last season, so they're going to be happy to get him back as another competent defensive lineman here. Here comes Lamar now. He fires on the run across his body into traffic, and it's swatted away. Look at Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker, follow all the way down the seam and is able to swat that one away. Great play from O'Daniel, 3rd and long, which is where you want Lamar if at all possible. That one waffles to the right side, intended for Bateman, incomplete, and Lamar is lucky that it falls incomplete. That one could have been picked. That was kind of a broken duck. A wounded duck. There's the word I'm looking for. A wounded duck throw across the middle, again in the direction of the rookie, Rashad Bateman. All right, 37 seconds, first quarter. Chiefs looking to get on the scoreboard again. 7-0 Ravens here at Nagy on Sports. Phil Nagy joining you. Kit Nagy at work. May be able to pop on the chat a little bit later. We do appreciate George moderating our YouTube chat today. Do appreciate everybody being on with us. Hope you're having a good start to the week. We'll hit you with Browns Week 12 action tomorrow, finishing up Week 11 here today. So the third quarter ends with a completion to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and let's flip it over and head the other direction now. 3 wide to the left. Kelsey is the slot receiver. Hardman by himself on the right side. Zips it to Kelsey. Nice play there. Deshaun Elliott, the free safety, right on his back, but an 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Motion for Kelsey. Shotgun look. Give it up the middle, Edwards-Helaire. Then he bangs it out to the outside. Nice play. That bends that thing around. Started down in the middle and then went right to the outside. Got a nice run and a first down. Pernell McPhee, the outside linebacker, is going to be responsible for bringing him down at the 22. And that sets up a 1st and 10. Empty backfield again. Quick little square out to the tight end, and it's not going to work. Knocked away. Defense saw that one coming. Chuck Clark, strong safety in coverage of Kelsey that time. Mahomes fires a rocket shot right across the middle, and he's got a slant to Tyreek Hill right at the numbers now. 1st and 10 from the 11. They still can get a first down at the 1. Up the middle, Edwards-Helaire, broken tackle. I think we might get a face mask as well on the way to the ground. No, we're going to get holding on the Chiefs, and there is Duvernay-Tardif again, his second penalty of the first half for a veteran guard. Yes, you are currently 5-4 right now, Rich. So yes, winning this game would make you 6-4. And the Chiefs are 6-3. So losing this game would make them go 6-4, and you'd be tied for them. You're still very much in the wild card right now. Probably a game up on most of the other wild card teams. And somebody moved again. Are you kidding me? And that's Jerick McKinnon, the linebacker, the running back, and he's one of the players I had to change because I noticed that he switched to number 1, wore 33, I think, in San Francisco. Up the middle again, and now we're going to get an injury. Pernell McPhee, one of the rush linebackers. Let's see if he goes to the locker room or just to the sideline. And McPhee is going to go to the locker room, so he's done for today at least. I'm not sure the full severity of it. Sorry, James, I tried to yawn off mic. And got up pretty early today. We started our first day of tryouts for the volleyball team that I coach, so I had to get up and get to the gym and get everything set up. So I got up pretty early, and I was up late last night for another wedding gig. LJ Fort makes a nice tackle in space, and they're going to have to settle for 3 as Harrison Butker checks into the game. Yes, you're right. You're right, George. I've got mine pre-ordered. Excited about it. It didn't look like for PS5 that they had like the Dynasty like the extra get them early one. So I'm just getting the regular disc, so I won't get it 3 days early. All right, there you go, James. I yawned again, but I turned my mic off before I yawned, just for you. All right, nice hold there again. 7-3. Baltimore again on that Lamar Jackson touchdown run off of the Marlon Humphrey interception. Good complimentary football. Set up the only touchdown of the half so far.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Oh, you remember week 2 of a last season Sims, Rich? That's incredible. It's all right, James. I can take it. 3rd and 7 shotgun for Lamar. Back to pass. Shuffling. Floats it to the right side. It kind of hits J.K. Dobbins in the butt. Hits him right in the butt and falls to the ground. Incomplete. And another punt for Sam Cook. So both offenses really kind of struggling here to kind of get some rhythm going. Just a couple of plays and punt, couple of plays and punt, couple of plays and punt. And 10:39 to go, first half. Let's see if Mahomes can dial up something. See him getting some last-minute instructions from Andy Reid. I'm not sure, Rich. I hadn't seen that one before where like the running back just didn't turn his body back to the ball and it literally just bounced off his butt. 9.5-yard gain there for Tyreek Hill. The Cheetah moved over to the right side, working on Marlon Humphrey. Just had him beat by a step. Humphrey makes a nice tackle right after the catch. Up the middle, here's Edwards-Helaire weaving his way past the 40 to the 43-yard line. He's had a nice half, 9 for 41 now on the day. Jimmy Smith, the slot corner, brings him down here, floats it across the middle. He's got Kelsey right at midfield, and they're going to give him the 57 more yards. And that gets Mahomes over 100 in the half, now 107 specifically. Kelsey already 5 catches. Keep throwing him the football. LJ Fort makes the tackle. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Look at him bury his nose and get past Brandon Williams, the big nose tackle. That is not an easy thing to do. Of course, bad spot. How are you not going to give him the first down there? It's a bad spot. A little home cooking, and I think somebody wiggled again on the right side of the line. It looked like it was maybe Mike Remmers, the right tackle, 75. There he is. Unkind now, 3rd and 5. Shotgun look, they're back on the air side of the 50. Mahomes fires it. He's got his man right at the sticks. And he dropped it. Robinson was the target, and he didn't catch it. I thought he had it in his hands, but could not secure the ball to the ground. Hey, Lincoln, welcome on. Appreciate you being on. So another punt upcoming here. The Chiefs, again, just having a hard time getting their rhythm going. Out of bounds at the 21. That's where Lamar and company will take over at. They're on 21 with 8:19 to go. Lamar in a shotgun. Motion signaling something out to the left side. Then he's going to give it up the middle to Dobbins, who has really struggled to start the game. Now just 7 carries for 11 yards so far. We got under 8 to play first half. I'm not sure, yeah. I'm sure if Rich had that kind of power, he'd be flexing on it. But yeah, that was a pretty bad spot. I think it's just a little home cooking, a little Baltimore home cooking here at M&T Bank Stadium. 3rd and 5, pistol look again. Lamar spinning, now hit as he throws, and he can't quite complete it to Hollywood Brown. But you can see now Lamar is 2 for 10 throwing the ball. They have struggled in that arena. And Lamar has been under pressure. So interesting game here, kind of not playing into each team's strengths so far. Baltimore has been able to run the ball, at least with Lamar. J.K.'s been shut down. Pat Mahomes has struggled throwing the ball, but Edwards-Helaire is running pretty well. So kind of a role reversal here, which is a little weird.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 38.
Again, appreciate everybody being on. Welcome to Nagy on Sports. My name is Phil Nagy. My cousin Kit, who runs the channel with me, is stuck at work today. And again, he may be up in an airplane or something, so he probably shouldn't get on the chat. But he may hop on the chat again later. It's also his daughter's birthday, so a little birthday shout-out to Kit's daughter. But we do appreciate you watching. Left side, first down. He completes it to Tyreek Hill at the 48 of Baltimore as we tick down to about 6 minutes to go in the first half. It is the summer of subscription. We do appreciate it. If you haven't yet subbed the channel, we would very much appreciate it as we make our push for 1,000. Once we have 1,000 subscribers, then YouTube will pay us, and I can buy Mrs. Nagy on Sports something nice so that she'll let me keep playing video games in my man cave with my cousin who lives in California, even though I live in Ohio. It's a magical world. The internet is a magical world. But anyway, we really appreciate that. And thank you to some of our very, very, very earliest subscribers as well. You guys have made it what it is today. So, again, you are watching the AFC Game of the Week. These games of the week that are non-Browns games are voted on by you, the fans of the channel, via our Discord channel. So if you'd like to join the Discord channel, the link is in the description of this and any of the other videos that we post. Just an always open invite link. Feel free to join the Discord, and it gives you an opportunity again to vote on which games you would like to see. We also talk sports in between these sims, and general banter about Browns and NFL in general. Lots of excited chat on the Discord about the Nick Chubb signing yesterday when that went down. So 7-6 after Butker drills a long field goal, 58 yards it looked like, and now 7-6. So when I said 7-6 when it was 7-3, I was just being prognostic. I was just prognosticating that what we were going to get to. So another 5-yard run on just the straight QB power to the left side. We're under 5 minutes to play. Lamar has them 2nd and 5 at the 30. Up the middle. No, he's going to keep it again. Now he's got Truz, by the way. He's glowing orange. That means he cannot fumble. He still could get hurt, but he cannot fumble at this point. So it's a great X factor for him to have when the running of the football has been one of the best things for the Ravens so far today. Up the middle, J.K., and he's got the first down and 4 more yards. First down, Ravens. Willie Gay on the tackle. We're under 4 minutes to go now. Jackson in the shotgun. No real hurry from the Ravens here. There doesn't need to be. Plenty of time and 3 timeouts. Up the middle, here's Dobbins. Probing his way for another 4 or 5 yards. 2nd and 7. They're going to give him credit for 3 of those yards. Derek Nandi going to bring him down. Back to pass again. Up the middle, Dobbins. Hit immediately this time. Dorian O'Daniel. Linebacker number 44. The first one on the job. 3rd and 5, and Lamar's going to shift some things around. He's going to bring Bateman and Mark Andrews to the near side, and then he's got Justice Hill out there as well. He goes to Mark Andrews, and I think he's inches short. He is 4th in inches. And let's see what 2:22 if Harbaugh wants to go at home. They're right at midfield. And they're going to send in Sam Cook to punt it again. So his punt is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And he shanks it out of bounds at the 28. So not a great punt. Mahomes with an opportunity to score here with 2 minutes left, all 3 timeouts, and they will receive the second half kick. So a double dip in play if they can get the first scoop taken care of here. Nice coverage by L.J. Fort. Swats that one away again. Kelsey was the intended target. Mahomes shotgun again, gives it up the middle, breaking tackles and fighting through the arms of Derek Wolfe. 3-yard gain for Edwards-Helaire. Here is, a drop, a rare drop from Travis Kelce. He was wide open. He just needed to turn to his left side, and he would have had a first down, and instead hits him right in the hands and doinks to the ground. 4th and 7. That means the double dip is not intact, and the Ravens now have the opportunity with 90 seconds and all 3 timeouts to score if they choose. That one caught nicely by Tynwall. It's a smart play to catch that ball there, even though you're right on the sideline, because you don't want to get a weird kick and bounce. So, well, special teams coached there. 91 seconds to play here. Lamar floated over the middle to Mark Andrews, and he's got 5 yards. Now just 4 completions for 34 yards for Lamar Jackson. 3 of the catches to Mark Andrews. Back to pass. Pressure was in his face. He rolled right, and he had to throw it out of the pressure. Right side slant, and it's caught at the 42-yard line by Sammy Watkins. And they're going to go ahead and call timeout here as we move our way into halftime. 1:01 to go. They use their first. Pistol look here from Lamar. They got double tight ends to the right side. Back to pass. He fires it to the second of the 2 tight ends on that double tight end side. That's Mark Andrews. First down Ravens, and they call timeout number 2. Here comes Lamar. I thought he could have run there. He had a lot of green grass. Instead, tried to come back across his body, and it did not work. Incomplete pass. Floats it over the middle. He's got J.K. Spin move. Going to make one man miss, and then the second man brings him down. That's Rashard Benton. The quarterback brings up 3rd and 2 here with 30 seconds to play in the first half. Lamar wide. Absolutely. Don't blow this one. Don't force it into something bad. Just bring back automatic Tucker. And Tucker's kick is up and good. 10-6 now. Out of the hold of Tyler Huntley. Backup quarterback here. Just 5 seconds left. It would have to be something real remarkable because we have not seen any kick returns of substance except for the very first sim video that I made once upon a time. Had a kick return by JoJo Natson. Mahomes just opts for an E there, and that's it for the first half. 10-6. So I think if you're a Ravens fan, you got to be really happy now about the way that your team has played, specifically on the defensive side of the ball, intercepting Pat Mahomes once and generally keeping them at bay. Clearly 6 points way under the average for the Chiefs here, certainly in real life and in the sim as well. So great defense being displayed by Baltimore. Here 10-6. Let's see if the second half offers any difference. Left side, he's got Robinson up near the 30. They're going to give him the 28, so just a short gain of 2. for DeMarcus.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
His 4th catch, back to pass. Mahomes fires second level. He's got his man, and that's Kelsey. And that's a big gainer. Finally, a big gainer up to the 50-yard line. Nice play by Kelsey. A little 24-yard route and catch and run. And a first down, Chiefs. Mahomes now, again, right at midfield here. He's in a shotgun once again. Back to pass, right side. Floats it. He's got his man. That's Hardman. That was maybe the first catch of the day for McCole Hardman. Maybe catch number 2. Maybe I'm forgetting one. Back to pass. Shuffling. Watch out! It's Bowser left side. Tyus Bowser. He's going to come around that right tackle side on the left side of the defensive line. And he gets right around right tackle. You can see 75 there. Bowser just beats Remmers, and Remmers is just it's one of those plays where you're like, look out when you get beat, would be my guess, is what would happen. 3rd and 17 now. Mahomes floating at middle, dropped by DeMarcus. All right, in the 4th and 17, they're going to have to punt, so they do it again. Baltimore. They do it again. So Tommy Townsend in to punt the football away. 10-6, 12:43 to go. Nagy on Sports. Live sim action using Madden 21 on a PlayStation 5 with the most realistic gameplay sliders that we have been able to find based on vast amounts of internet research and somebody else's ability to be able to test settings that I don't have time or desire or ability to critique those settings as well. So that's what I got. Mars under center at the 4. It was a nice punt by Townsend to get him out at the 4. Shuffle coming, or motion coming rather, from Andrews, and they're going to probe the left side, and it's 1 more yard. Back to pass, rolling back across the middle, and it wasn't there.
Jackson's pass, intended for number 12, incomplete.
Pretty big huddle of purple jerseys over there. First touch of the game. Oh, Remmers was a Panther? I didn't know that, James. James is a fount of Carolina Panthers knowledge, which makes sense, as a longtime resident and Carolina Panther fan. Here's JK trying to angle to the right side. Again, just trouble for him brewing today. 13 for 21. That's not going to get it done, and it's hard for Lamar to be the number 1 and only running option. He needs to have JK doing something successful to be able to work off of. Otherwise, nobody's going to respect that. Nobody's going to respect that QB option with Lamar, and they're just going to tackle him in the backfield like they just did with Rashard Fenton, because they're not going to bother to go with JK. Which, when he struggles like that, I can't say I would. Now he's going to move again. That's Ben Powers, right guard. A lot of false starts in this game. That's going to make a 3rd and 16 here from Lamar. Standing back inside his 5. Dangerous place here. Just don't want to make a mistake. Now he's going to roll. Now he's going to go 5. Now he's going to go 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to finally get pushed down. He's 1 yard short. Are you kidding me? What a run from Lamar. Everybody had dropped back to the sticks. And Lamar is going to be 1 yard short of it, and I'm sure they'll punt this close to the end zone. But he really, on a 4th and 16, to get 15 of it is incredible. Here's Tyreek Hill. He's up past the 40, so decent field position now for the Chiefs at the 42. With Butker's leg headed to this corner of the end zone, they really only need about 10 yards. Yeah, maybe like 15, and then they're going to have themselves some field goal range. Oops, I hit the exit button. My bad. Not the X button. Broken tackle here. That's the rookie Noah Gray. Derek Wolfe and Marlon Humphrey drag him to the ground at the 42.
At the 46-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Yeah, potentially. They have him fairly well rated. I mean, he's crazy high rated in the game. He was the cover athlete of this version of the game, but yeah, the top end speed is hard for the Madden players to get to, without somebody running the turbo button for them. I have noticed. So Mecole Hardman finally gets his hands on the ball. I keep trying to talk about him. He's had a meeting with the coaches this week, and if he gets 150 yards or more than 3 touchdowns, I think he's going to pop as an X factor, which would be bonkers to have 2 X factor receivers. I guess he would just be a superstar, excuse me. He'd be a superstar because I don't see him with an emblem right now. So he'd be yet another offensive superstar in their system.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5. First down, Chiefs. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Mahomes got Kelsey inside the 15 to the 12 and a first down. Finally, a little bit of life here to this drive for the Chiefs. Geno Stone, backup safety, makes the tackle. We're under 6:15 to play here. And Edwards-Helaire tries to go left, and he's going to be brought down immediately and vigorously by Deshaun Elliott, free safety. He's back to the 15-yard line, 2nd and long. Trips to the right side for Mahomes, who's back to pass again. Now he fires it to the inside of those receivers. That's Demarcus Robinson, and he's got about half of it now, 3rd and 6. 5th catch of the day for Robinson. Right side, he's got... Well, you might have just called it, James, because that flag came out right about the time that holding should come out. Oh, we're actually going to get the opposite. We're going to get a roughing the passer on Tyus Bowser. One can only assume Andy Reid will decline the penalty, take the points, which is exactly what he does. And it's a touchdown for the Chiefs, their first of the game. Finally, Travis Kelce, 13-10 now. 4.5 minute drive, 10 plays, 57 yards. We get it. Kick the ball off. We get it. I thought for sure maybe, James, we would get that holding call right there, but it was not. It went the other way. 13-10. Chiefs take their first lead. Let's see if this opens up the Baltimore offense just a little bit. I mean, not that they have to go away from what got them there, but again, I think Lamar Jackson's like 6 for 17 throwing the football right now. So we see Hollywood Brown come back onto the field. Again, he will be wearing number 5 this season for Marquise Hollywood Brown. Turn around, give it to Dobbins. Juking back to the middle, breaking 1 tackle, and then O'Daniel brings him down at the line. So Dobbins now 14 carries for 21 yards. That kind of tells you how his day has gone as Jackson makes some changes to the offensive formation. Hollywood Brown comes all the way over to the left side, trips to the right side, back to pass. Jackson, pressure is held well. Good pocket presence there. He just stays there and he fires a strike. Now 10 for 21 for Lamar Jackson in the game. That's Mark Andrews, a very, very reliable target. I'd throw it to Mark Andrews if I was his quarterback. Again, appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy on Sports here with a little Monday afternoon sim. Again, I apologize for some of the yawns. I was up very late last night, as some of you may have heard me talk about. I am a wedding singer on the weekends, and I actually had a Saturday gig and a Sunday gig, so I did not go to bed until pretty late this morning, and then had to get up early to go coach volleyball. So feeling an afternoon nap. As long as I don't fall asleep on the sim here, I think we're going to be okay. James has caught me yawning a couple times. I've been trying to mute my mic when I do that. Another punt upcoming here. So again, Ravens really struggling to find their offensive rhythm as well, and that's because they can't get the running game going. Chiefs have really committed to shutting down J.K. Dobbins, and we haven't even seen Gus Edwards at all. Lamar has been the best runner by far. Here comes Mahomes back on the field, already 40 pass attempts, 39 to be exact, with still 3:17 to go in the third quarter. Left side, he's got Robinson, kind of short little check down, give him 5 yards. Puts Mahomes at 210 for the day.
At the 30-yard line.
6 catch for Robinson, just 26 yards though. Slant right side, Hardman, I thought maybe he was going to be gone. Good tackle by Humphrey. He had to step on him, and if he just plants his foot in the ground and takes off, he might not be caught. 2:15 to play, third quarter. Here's Edwards-Helaire, and he tries the right side. He's going to be ripped down by Patrick Queen, again wearing number 6. Do not adjust that TV dial. He is number 6. Back to pass, Mahomes. Shuffling, and there we go. Calais Campbell. Our first real shuffle sack of the game, and Campbell finally wears down Duvernay-Tardif. And Duvernay-Tardif, look at him running back to the quarterback with Campbell. Sorry. Comes pretty hard. There, Calais Campbell was just all over the place. A big-time loss now. Sets up a 3rd and 20. Let's see if the Ravens can bait Mahomes into a mistake here. 1 minute to play, third quarter. Just a one-score game, a little 3-point game here. Mahomes again firing right side. He's got Tyreek Hill in some traffic, but will be woefully short still. The first down, 4th and 8, and you would assume yet another punt coming for Tommy Townsend, and he is into the game. Townsend. I don't think you've lost the game yet, Rich, but maybe you are lost on offenses or with your rhythm. I think maybe that's what you mean. Up to the 15, that's Tylan Wallace.
At their own 15-yard line.
First and 10, a little moment there for J.K. to run out on the field. I swear I heard someone in the stands yell OH. I don't know. Maybe they did. Jackson is shotgun. He's still got Truz, by the way, which means when he runs, he cannot fumble. Does not mean, however, that he cannot get hurt. So he should still probably slide. But he will be lethal as a runner. And we've reached triple zeros there. 15 more minutes to go. Fourth quarter starts right now here at Nagy on Sports. Lamar in a shotgun on 2nd and 3. Again, still in the old Truz right now. Fake it on the jet sweep, give it to Dobbins right to the line, and then Nick Bolton rips him to the ground. I'm assuming we're going to get a pro Ravens spot. Maybe he'll give him the first down. No, they're not. 3rd and inches. Gotta. Oh, keeper, beautiful keeper, but Lamar jukes. I think he's got it, though. He did that thing that we talked about with the Browns before, where they juke back to where the guys are rather than running to the open green grass. And he's very, very lucky that one works out in his favor. And they are going to get the first down. Look at Lamar here. Watch him juke back to the tackler. Whoop! Instead of just running straight towards the space. That's one of those things Kit and I hope that they clean up for Madden 22. Dump it off, J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, it's been a little out of character, James. Both teams have played pretty good defense, but both offenses have, because of that defense, have really kind of struggled to get in the rhythm. There's Bateman again, the rookie, with a little drag route, and he's got a first down there. So Ravens moving the ball now through the air and on the ground, which is what they need to do. They need to stay balanced. They're not built to throw on every down. They are built to run on every down if they really wanted to. That's why they're so effective once they get about an 8 to 10 point lead on you. It's shit's lights out. It's goodbye, nurse. Good night, nurse. Sorry, not goodbye, nurse. Jackson, he's got Andrews near the first down marker. Call him a yard or two short. 3rd and 2 at the 45. Still in the zone. Jackson is up the middle. Dobbins, first down. Nice run. They needed that from him. He's had 27 real hard-earned yards. But a first down for the Ravens at the right time when they need it. Now 11:20 to play in the game. Down 3, setting up a screen right side. It's Gus Edwards. He breaks the first tackle. He's to the right side. He's going to go down. Nice tackle there. Time and space by Ward and Matthew. But a nice screen pass to the right side. 6 yards to be exact for Gus Edwards. Here's QB power right side. Lamar breaking tackles before Willie Gay, but the ball comes out. I thought he couldn't fumble with Truz on. I was apparently wrong. Maybe that's a bad fumble. Maybe that'll get called back because I didn't think he could fumble with Truz on. That would be a heck of a Madden moment. He's laying on his back. He's way down. Oh yeah, he's mega down. I'm surprised the game even let that happen. Here comes the booth review. As well, it should be under review. That was brutal call. But hands, elbows, forearm. What else do you need to have be down? Just a weak call there. Ten, 19 to go. Lamar in a shotgun. Just going to rifle this one into the equipment tent. Live to play another game. Lamar, live to play another game. A lot of guys over the line for the Chiefs. Now rolling away from it. Lamar throws back across the middle. He's got a wide open Dobbins. 10, 15, rather 15 before the 10, going that direction. Up to the 11-yard line. And Dobbins was wide open, and Lamar puts it right on him. And now the Ravens threatening to score here. Under 10 to play. They're at the 11. First down still attainable at the 1. Pistol look with a double tight end left. Lamar, left side. He's got Mark Andrews. That's always a safe place to go. Both Mark Andrews and Travis Kelce are your quarterback's best friend in this game. Right between the spots in the zone. Good tackle by Thornhill, but Mark Andrews is an effective weapon. He's got the ball up to the 4-yard line for a 2nd and 3. Again, first down still available for them. Dobbins, right side. If he wants it, he's going to be a yard short. 3rd and 2, about a yard and a half, maybe 2 yards short. Justice Hill checks into the game. Lamar Jackson's going to give it to Hill right over the middle. Touchdown, Ravens! Justice Hill, his first touch of the game, and he's in from 3. And it's a touchdown, Ravens, and they retake the lead. So nice drive. Good little mix of run and pass. A little bit Lamar with his legs. J.K. Dobbins with a very, very nice catch and run out of the backfield. And a 5-minute, 40-play drive is capped off with a touchdown. We've got 17-13 here. The game's starting to pick up, under 9 to play. Here at Nagy on Sports. Again, very much appreciate everybody being on. You guys are the best. Thank you very much to our old school OG, more than a year with us, subscribers. And if you are the very, very last subscriber, the very newest subscriber, we welcome you too. Again, it is our summer of subscription. If you hadn't subbed the channel yet, we would greatly appreciate it. We're not going to bother you or badger you about smashing that like button or any of that junk. We're just going to try to get 1,000 subscribers, because then YouTube will give us money. We have plenty of views for that. We just need, and plenty of hours for that. We just need 1,000 subs, and then I can hopefully buy Mrs. Nagy on Sports something nice, and she'll keep letting me come and play video games in my man cave. So more wiggling on the right side, and that one's actually going to be Kelce. Two pre-snap penalties on Kelce in this game. Double tight end to the right side, and the Chiefs Setting up a screen left side. Oh, ball's out. Wolf is going to be picked up by Bowser. The 10. He's in. 5. Touchdown. Tyus Bowser. Oh, my. And that might be all she wrote here now. Oh, my. Oh, my. You could see it coming. They were setting up a screen to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And Mahomes just wouldn't get rid of the football. Derek Wolfe sacks him. And that ball is definitely out. No incomplete pass. Tyus Bowser scoop and score. And that may do it for you, Rich. Defense has been great in this game. Picking off Mahomes earlier and leading to the touchdown. And now Tyus Bowser with a scoop and score off a down. McKinnon up to the 24. The Chiefs have gotta go now. Yeah, I don't know. We've seen a couple of teams like the Bills and the Chiefs. They play well when we're not watching them, but when we watch them live, they seem to struggle, Lincoln. We've really had trouble getting the Bills to look realistic, and the Chiefs, just there's no way to capture how explosive they can be on offense. All right, but a nice first down there. They're under 7:15 here. Ball snapped at 7:15. Mahomes. He's got Edwards-Helaire. He sees him, throws it to him. That ball's got to come out to him sooner. But an injury here to Derek Wolfe, the defensive lineman who just had the strip sack that led to the scoop and score. And remember, they already lost Pernell McPhee in this game. Let's see if he's on the sideline, and he is. So Derek Wolfe should be okay, and he'll be back in this game later. We're at 7:09. Free timeout. Chiefs are 6-3, Rich. So if this score holds, both teams will end today 6-4. Chiefs win, they will go to 7-3, and the Ravens would fall to 5-5. Back to pass. Fires it deep, and it's tipped away. Marcus Peters. In fact, Kelsey did a better job of playing defense on that one to keep Peters from picking it. On 4th and 6 here, you got to go. Trips to the left side. I don't know, Rich. I'll do the recap video after this one, and then you'll figure it out. Here's a throw to the left side, and a really good coverage by Jimmy Smith, and that's a turnover on downs, and that's ball game. That is ball game. The Ravens are going to win here, hosting on Sunday night, ending our Week 11 sim. Lots of blitzers there. Lamar picks it up nicely and dumps it off to Mark Andrews. Now we're at a 2nd and 7 here. They won't start chewing clock until we're at 5 minutes to go. Dobbins to the left side. He has really struggled for yards, but it's been enough, I suppose, to keep them honest. Lamar has been by far the better runner. Here he goes again. Nope, just kidding. He's going to change his mind in the middle of his scramble. Like a golfer in the middle of his backswing, he changes his mind and then throws a rope to Bateman. Nice play there from Lamar. And Andy Reid is upset about it. Lamar, that's when Lamar is his most dangerous. Is those when he's on the run and everybody thinks he's running and then he pulls up and throws. That's when he is absolutely lethal because people start pursuing him and then he throws to wide open receivers. And he can hit those wide open receivers as he showed you right there with Bateman. Now 2nd and 6, Dobbins up the middle. Again, 20 carries for 31 yards. He has really struggled. These have been some tough yards. I don't know, Rich. We haven't played the Steelers yet, so he at least got 2 in the last 6 games. Did we play the Steelers earlier this year? I didn't think we'd played them yet, but maybe we had. I can't remember. I don't have a great memory. Dobbins again up the middle, going to be hit right away and brought down, just continuing to fight for every single yard. Oh, maybe we did then. So yeah, I don't know. We'll play them again. I think we played the Bengals the second time and the Steelers the second time as well. Here's Lamar right side. Ball almost gets stripped out by O'Daniel. But Lamar holds on to the football, and he's got near the line to gain. 3rd and 1 as we're going to tick down to just about the 2-minute warning here. Empty backfield. QB power all the way. Nope, he's going to throw. Now he's going to take off. Now he's going to just fire it off the back of the end zone, off the back wall. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 1. There you go. Okay, thank you for that. Oh, fullback. There we go. Some fullback love just for Kit. Patrick Ricard's going to ice this one away with a sweet first down. And now we've reached the 2-minute warning, and they're just going to run the ball about 5 times in a row and either turn it over on downs, or it'll be game over, or they'll score a touchdown. They're going to go Gus the Bus right side. Remember, Justice Hill and Lamar Jackson both with rushing touchdowns so far in this one. Will they get a third person to score? Gus Edwards again still in there. Gus Edwards is going to get tripped up. Nice play, and now a timeout for the Chiefs. Not sure why. There are no 11-point plays in football the last time that I checked, so you can call all those timeouts. So good play by Chris Jones. Really the first time that we've called Chris Jones' name. Up the middle, Dobbins, and he's in. And that's going to cement shut the coffin that had been nailed shut by the scoop and score that had been dumped in the bottom of the ocean. This one is over. 31-13 is staring us in the face. So how about 2 big wins in a row for your boys, Rich? Ravens came to play today. Really, really credit the defense getting after Mahomes. He had 2 turnovers, both of which immediately led to touchdowns. Hey, Zaire, welcome on, man. I haven't seen you in a minute. Both of which immediately led to scores. So really, really credit the defense. Lamar was once again special with his legs and didn't make the big mistake with his arms. Didn't throw an interception. Yes, in the simulation, Browns are 7-0 or 10-0, 7-0. I'm looking at the right thing, I promise. 1:48 to go. 1 timeout left. Mahomes in a shotgun. I think that might be it. 31-13. 1:47 to go. That one's almost picked again. L.J. Fort, again, still getting used to those single-digit linebackers. L.J. Fort wearing number 3. Patrick Queen wearing number 6. Left side, and it's picked again! It's picked off by Peters! You were wrong about the score, Rich, because Jimmy Smith's going to house call it. 2nd defensive touchdown, and the beatdown is on in Baltimore. Oh my, oh my. Wow. That was a terrible pass by Mahomes. And now we're at 38-13. 100 seconds of football left. Mercifully, let's end this one already, Kansas City. Come on, guys. You done got beat. You done got beat bad. All right, 1:35 to play. Mahomes back out there. I dare say that McCole Hardman will not get his superstar after today's performance unless he has an epically long touchdown. Yes, Rich, Kit is at work, and he is a pilot, so like when he's working, he's like flying planes and stuff. So unlike the rest of us who might be able to check the phone out in the middle of the workday a little bit, unless he's like not doing something, he really can't get on because he's a pilot. So totes understand it. It's also his daughter's birthday today, so he's celebrating with her as well today. So totally, he has a totally excused absence today for sure. To the right side, and incomplete. 3rd and 6 here, 55 seconds to go. 53 pass attempts today for Mahomes, and he's also put the ball in the other team's hands 3 different times. 4th and 1. Another nice tackle there brings him back across the line. So 4th and 1 here, 35 seconds to go. Left side, and it's picked again. Interception number 3, and this time it's Peters. So Peters and Smith and Humphrey all have an interception today, spreading the wealth. I will. Well, you just told him right there. You told him in the chat because he'll go back and watch it later. I know he'll do that. Picked again, and mercifully now Lamar can come out in the victory formation and just have a knee. Please don't call your last time out. It's going to drop his running total from 74 to 73, but he won't need to snap it again. 38-13 is going to be the final. What a game. It really picked up late. It was slow to start, and just like that, James was like, hey, he thought he was going to be 31-28. Well, it turned out to be 38-13. So really, again, can't say enough about Baltimore's defense today and what they did today, really shutting down Mahomes. Mahomes was not great. He forced some passes that he shouldn't have, and the end result is 38-13. We'll take a quick look at the stats here, as we oft do. Lamar, 22 of 35 for 201, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Again, that's the key, the no interceptions piece for him, especially when you see this stat line. 38 of 55 for 288, one touchdown, 3 interceptions for Patrick Mahomes. Edwards-Helaire, 16 for 54. He was fine, nothing special. Dobbins really struggled today, though, 22 for 34. Jackson, of course, the best rusher at 12 for 73, and then Edwards with 2 carries, Ricard, and Hill with 1. And you can see 3 rushing touchdowns on the day. Through the air, how about Mark Andrews, 10 for 74. Bateman, the rookie, 6 for 57. Dobbins, 3 for 41. Gus, Hollywood, Sammy, each with 1 catch as well. Kelsey, 12 for 91 and a touchdown. 8 for Robinson, 6 for 60 for Hardman. 5 for Edwards-Helaire, 4 for Tyreek Hill, 3 for Noah Gray, the rookie. Look at this stat right here. 4 drops for Travis Kelsey, 3 drops for Demarcus Robinson, and 1 for Hardman. That's 8 drops. How much better does this game turn out for them? And what did he have here? So he would have been, if that's 8 more, he would have been 46 of 55 without those drops. So that's pretty brutal. Dorian O'Daniel, 14 tackles, 10 for the rookie. Nick Bolton-Fenton with 8, and 9 with the Honey Badger, and Thornhill with 8. Sacks today, just 1 for Willie Gay. He came right up the middle. And again, no turnovers for them. For the Ravens, Smith and Peters both with 12. Queen with 10. Sean Elliott with 9. How about 3 sacks? Bowser, Wolf, and Campbell. And again, Wolf did go to the locker room. We'll see how injured he is. And then the 3 picks by your 3 corners. Humphrey, Smith, and Peters. And again, Smith went to the house. Humphreys almost did. And Peters was just near the end of the game. Of course, we cannot forget the old forced fumble by Derek Wolfe that was scoop and scored by Bowser, and 2 defensive touchdowns really helps out. All right, everybody, appreciate you being on. You guys are the best. 38-13 is the final. Thank you for our subscribers. You are the awesomest folks on the planet. And again, if you haven't subbed the channel, we would appreciate it. It's the summer of subscription as we try to push for 1,000 so we can get a little bit of payback literally from YouTube. Stay tuned. I'll drop the Week 11 recap video shortly, and then Kit and I will be on with Browns Week 12 action tomorrow, Tuesday. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Ravens 38, Chiefs 13. So today we'll say go Ravens, but as always, go Browns.